Hello, my name is Brett, and today I'm going to be walking through how to use the Weave VSCode extension. So the first thing you'll have to do is to install it. So you can just go to the extensions right here and type in CodeWeave, and you'll see it right here. You can install it. And once you install it, you're going to get a warning that basically tells you that you don't have the right version of Weave that is compatible with it. So you have to install basically a specific version of Weave, which you see this error that basically says you don't have the right Weave package. So we can just copy the install command and install it. So once you've done these two things, you've installed the extension and you've installed the custom Weave package, you're pretty much ready to go with this extension. I'll walk through just a basic example using Weave. So this is just a regular script. You use Weave just how you normally would. Import Weave, initialize it, and I've got some basic LLM calls here. So we can go ahead and run this script. And actually, I'm going to change my project name here because I've got some existing projects, or existing runs under this project. So I'll just call it that. Run the script. And if we open up inside here, you'll see this. There should be about 3 panels here for the CodeWeave package or extension. And if you click this button right here, you can see the list of projects that you have. So I can click this project here that we've just created, and you won't see all projects in this list. You'll just see the list of projects that you've ran on your specific system with this custom Weave package. And you can see here I've got this run that's showing up, which we just ran. So I can click that, and I'll see a list of traces, kind of how we normally would in Weave. So if I click this ask trace, it will highlight here in my code, showing me where that op is at. And if I hover my cursor over it, you can see here the inputs and outputs and things for each op, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's also a detail view. So like if I click this trace, I can see more details about it. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. It works a lot like how Weave normally does, just in the editor, basically. So there's one other feature, and you might be wondering, like, if I make some changes to my code, and so like say I delete this function, and then I go back and click this run, what exactly happens? So in order to solve this custom Weave package that you've installed, it also does this sort of auto checkpointing. So every time you use Weave and you run a script, it will create a checkpoint. So that way, if you want to go back and visualize it later on, you can easily do that. So I'll kind of demonstrate how that works. You will need a git repo initialized. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I've initialized git here. Since the initial run that I did not have a git repo, I do not have any basically checkpoints. But now I've created a git repo, and the final step is you basically have to tell Weave where your git repo is, because a lot of systems, they'll have several git repos, and it's sort of ambiguous to Weave which repo you're working on. So there's 2 ways that you can tell Weave where the repo is. You can either do weave.set git path, and then I will just copy this current path that I've created the repo in, and that will set the git path. Or if you want, you can do export weave git path, and then inside the quotes you can put that same path. I'll just use this method right now. This method will override whatever you have set in your environment. So the environment variable option is there if you don't want to make any code changes. But for this tutorial, I'll just do this. So once we've done that, we can run our script again. So that will run, and we should see another run pop up here in the sidebar. Here it is. You can see calling the ask function a few times, summarize. So while that's running, I'm going to make some changes to our code, and this is basically to test out the checkpointing feature. So I'll just delete most of these, or I'll comment out most of this code. So I've commented this out, and I'll run my script again. This one will be quite a bit faster because I've removed most of the calls. You can see it runs here, and we can go back and look at this call here. But you can see I've got this code commented out. So in order to view these calls, which I haven't really destroyed any code that will prevent you from viewing these traces, but if there were calls down here, if this code was gone, this would not work. So basically what you have to do is you have to go back to this checkpoint, and you can easily do that right here with this restore code button, and you're going to get a warning here that basically says you have uncommitted changes. So you have to commit all your changes if you want to go back and look at other previous checkpoints. So there's a quick way to do that. You just click the commit and hit enter. If you'd like to enter a commit message, you can. And you can see our code returns back to that previous checkpoint that we've automatically created. So yeah, so if you click view old code or your previous code, it will take you back to where you were for this your most recent commit. And one thing I haven't mentioned is this also has links to each trace. So if you want to view the trace inside Weave, you can easily do that. So just to show how that works. So you can see our trace right here matches up with all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or feature suggestions, I'd definitely like to hear them. And thank you for watching.